So pretty good news. We are going to be getting a Thor 4 movie, and Taika Waititi, the man who wrote and directed Thor Ragnarok, has decided to come back for Thor 4, and it's been confirmed. Now, we don't have any official release dates, but it's just the thought that this man is returning who made Thor arguably and undoubtedly fun. He's returning for the next film, and that I'm looking forward to, and it seems like the cast, including the star himself, Chris Hemsworth, is also looking forward to. I have more on the subject right after the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. My name is Ronnie, here today to talk to you about the next Thor movie that's going to be coming out on Marvel's Phase 4. I'm really excited for it. We have no official confirmation as far as the release dates go. All we have is that we have confirmation for a new Thor film, and everybody's already coming up with theories as to where it's going to take place. Is it going to be cruising alongside the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because as we all know, spoilers alert, if you haven't seen it already, go see Avengers Endgame. At the end of that film, Thor decides to part ways with New Asgard that's on Earth and decides to tag along with the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And we're thinking that maybe the next Guardians film will also have the inclusion of Thor as part of the team. Who knows? Only time will tell. So maybe perhaps at the next Comic-Con that's coming up later this month, I think it's this weekend, Marvel's going to be having their panel at the H panel at Comic-Con. And they're going to be releasing details and, of course, new footage for Phase 4. So that's pretty exciting to see and hear. Anyways, here to talk to you about the next Thor film, I have an article from, of course, Superhero Hype, where I get almost all my information regarding superheroes. And if I can go ahead and switch over to the next page is here. It says here that 2 years ago, Thor Ragnarok became the highest grossing Thor movie, thanks in part to director Taika Waititi's bizarre sense of humor, which is really cool, if I may add, that the Thor movies before didn't really have a lot of humor going for it. I mean, there were some moments, but Taika Waititi totally took the Thor character in an entirely new direction as far as how the movie was filmed. Anyways, continuing on, now Waititi has been locked in to return to the MCU and reunite with Thor star Chris Hemsworth. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Waititi will write and direct Thor 4. A date for the fourth film in the franchise hasn't been officially set, but it must be relatively soon. Because of the new deal, Waititi's live-action Akira has been pushed back from its 2021 release date, which I'm pretty excited for. If you haven't seen the anime Akira, go ahead and check that out. THR notes that Akira ran into script development problems, which have been solved. Regardless, Warner Brothers isn't looking to replace Waititi. Instead, the studio is hoping he will still helm Akira once Thor 4 wraps up. So, for the spoilers, again, there are spoilers ahead for Avengers Endgame. Because Thor was last jetting off into space with the Guardians, it was rumored that he might appear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like I mentioned earlier in this video. That's still a possibility, but it's also likely that Thor's next adventure will take place in space. He willingly stepped down from the throne of Asgard to find a new path for himself in the stars, but we wouldn't bet against seeing Valkyrie or the other Asgardians in some capacity. So are you excited to see Taika Waititi returning for Thor 4? What do you want to see in the sequel? What do you hope to see? You let me know in the comment section below. And that's the article right there for you guys. It's just covering up what happened in the previous Avengers Endgame movie and what the path looks like for Thor moving forward. I mean, when we last saw him, he was a slob. He was fat and everything. And many fans are wondering if he's going to be losing that weight over time, or will we simply just see him back to the way he was, Thor being fit, slim, and top shape, and looking like he's worthy of wielding Mjolnir. And he had 2 Mjolnirs this we last checked, but Captain America took off with one of them, of course. So, with all that being said, guys, you let me know your thoughts of Thor 4. What are some good ideas? What characters do you wish to see? What supporting characters do you wish to see in the next Thor movie? What villains should appear in the next Thor film? And could we be getting some surprise characters from like the Fox side of Marvel? Like, let's say the Silver Surfer? Or could we be getting Beta Ray Bill? That's going to be really cool to see if that's the case. You let me know your thoughts on Thor 4, and should there be another Thor movie? I mean, from the looks of it, the cast wants to have another Thor film, especially the star himself, Chris Hemsworth. He really wants to be a part of it ever since Taika Waititi took reign over the Thor franchise, because that movie really stands out as a comedic action gold movie compared to the previous films. And Thor the Dark World being the worst obviously stands out being the worst, but the first one was a really decent take on the character. But clearly the third one stands out as being the best and funniest and action-packed type of movie. So you let me know your thoughts once again, and I sound like a broken record, I know. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.